right, catching up with Logan Mizuraka. Logan, one of the legend drivers here at Citrus County Speedway, and her making her fourth race here this weekend. A little bit about your racing career, Logan. How did you get started? I know you're 19 years old, and obviously you got a background in dancing, I heard, too.
Oh, yeah.
Talk a little bit how you got started in racing.
I've been watching my dad race dirt, asphalt sprints, winged, unwinged, since I was 2-3 years old. So we just spent every single weekend, weeks out at the racetrack. And so I started myself off in like go-karts, like the little easy thing, quarter midgets, worked myself up. And then finally about like a few months ago, Pop was like, hey, like let's just throw you in a car, let's see how you do. So it was like super last minute. Like I had just been like in dance for years and years and years. So I was like, I don't know if I have it. So I went to the racetrack and I even beat all my sponsors' butts. So I was like, let's just do it. This is my fourth time out here. Finished top 5 each time. So
how much experience do you gain as you ran in, karting and other classes coming into this car? Obviously, this Legends car is very, very quick, a lot of horsepower, a lot to handle. Talk about how much of a difference and how much you've learned coming into this class from other classes.
Oh, yeah. I would definitely say it's very different from anything I've ever been in. I was like, yeah, it might be just like a go-kart, like just take it in smooth, like drive it awesome. Totally different. Like you make the little minorest little corrections in this car, it's going out there. So it's definitely very, very touchy. It's very hands-on. You got to be alert.
Let me ask you too, Logan, what about the competition? Obviously, right next to you, Dylan Brewer, another young driver, just started out not too long ago. But there is some very good competition. You're with a very good team. Talk about what you're learning and how you learn from the competition.
Actually, I think my sponsor, VIP Motorsports, they're always on the walkie with me, telling me everything, walking me through it, like you need to dig deeper, go off this corner a little higher, you can do it, like always being that self-motivation of myself, always push me a little bit harder to give me those 0.3s and 0.4 second up lap time, so I thank them that.
Now, how about the future? Any desire to go on beyond Legend cars? And obviously you've adapted very well. I've watched you here at Citrus County Speedway. You're gaining very quick experience. Do you have any aspiration to move on to other levels, maybe modifieds, late models? What does the future look for you as you look ahead to 2019?
I've always been looking forward to driving, actually, my sprint. Dad has 3 in the garage. One was for me, just never got to move up to it yet. So he was like, we're going to build you up the right way. So my motivation is him and to live up to what he's been driving to be.
All right, and everybody helps you out with the car, sponsors and everybody. Obviously, you got a lot of guys working on the car.
Yes, VIP Motorsports. We got Chris, Mark, and Jim. They're amazing. They set up the car. They just make sure everything's set, fill up my gas. I just go out there and have a good time and race for them.
All right, and how could people follow you? Obviously, very busy in social media. I follow you on Facebook. And can you give out the information so people can follow you on Facebook?
Yes, my Facebook. It's just going to be Logan, Logan, last name Mizuraka, Misuraca. You can always follow my Instagram. My Instagram has a lot of my followings and videos of my racing. And then I'll just be Logan Mizuraka, no underscore, no period, just Logan Mizuraka.
All right, kiddo, go out there and get him tonight. Very proud of you, and good luck.
So
all right, appreciate it. Again, Logan here tonight in the Legend car. So looking forward to a big night, cool night. Should be a great night of racing here at Citrus County Speedway.
Hey, this is Dennis Gordon with the Hernando Post. We're here at Citrus County Speedway. We're actually in the third turn right over here. We just got finished interviewing some of the race car drivers for this evening's feature races over in the pits. So we're just going to get ready for what I feel is going to be an extraordinary night. There's 150 laps, a $1,500 prize to take away, and we have Tony that's going to help us with some of the commentary. Let's take a look at some of the track. This is a quarter-mile track on asphalt, and as the night gets going, you're going to have a lot of whirlwind kicking up. You thought that tornado that came through Hernando County was something. Wait till you see these guys when they're whipping around this track. Start over here.
All right, here at Citrus County Speedway, we're catching up with 18-year-old Dylan Brewer. Dylan, you're making your fourth start here in the Legend Cars here at Citrus County Speedway. First of all, tell me how you got involved in racing here at Citrus County Speedway in the Legend Cars.
Well, I've always liked racing in general, but it wasn't until this year, 4 races ago, that I actually started full-time racing. It's been fun so far.
Now, how do you get into Legend Cars? A lot of kids start out with go-karts or other types of racing. How did you get involved in getting into the Legend Car, which really is a great stepping stone for your racing career?
Mainly Kyle Busch, and the majority of the Cup drivers right now, I've researched, and that most of them are started down here in Legends.
Right, when you see guys like Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch brothers, they got involved out there in Vegas, and obviously they've gotten into very big NASCAR careers. Now talk about the Legend Car, 1200cc Yamaha engine. It's basically a motorcycle engine. Talk a little about this car and handling it and how you feel in this car, and describe the car a little bit.
Most people say it's about as fast as a late model. Some people say it's 1 second slower. It handles well. It's small, compact, so it's loose most of the time. It's a pretty fast car. So
talk about the experience that you're gaining now. This is, like I said, this is your 4th race here at Citrus County Speedway. How much experience have you really gained going from race 1 now coming into race number 4?
I definitely can catch up with people and stay with them, then lose and spin out half the time.
And how about Facebook? How can people reach you and follow you along? I know you're very active in social media. How about your Facebook page?
Facebook is Dylan Brewer 18, same with Instagram.
All right, now how about the future, Dylan? Where are you going to go now after you work your way through Legend Cars? Is there something in the future for you getting into bigger cars? Talk about your future in racing.
Hoping to go to trucks next year, then late models, and then we'll see what happens after that.
All right, and how about everybody helps you out with the car? I know your mom, dad, very big in the car. You got George helping out, longtime guy. Talk about everybody helps you out with the car.
They're pretty much the ones that make it run and go fast. I'm just the driver.
All right, buddy. Hey, good luck tonight. Dylan, have a good night, safe night tonight, and good luck with the career. Really appreciate you coming by today.
Thank you. Have a good day.
That is Dylan Brewer here at Citrus County Speedway, one of the very up-and-coming drivers in the Legend field.
Hey, this is Dennis Gordon with Hernando Post, and I'm here with Bobby Lamoureux. And tell us a little bit about the significance of this car and some of the history behind it and what some of the thought was in putting this car together.
Well, my dad raced modifieds up north of New York, and I've been living in Florida for quite a while now. And I had an opportunity to meet Al and Tommy Steyer at Checker Flag Racing, and I wanted to put a modified together. And so we did. And it took us a while. A lot of thought went into the car. And Al, back in the day, used to work on Buddy and Pee Wee Griffin's cars, and they mentored him. And Pee Wee used to come by the shop all the time, and he liked the hot rod. And about a month before the car was done, Pee Wee had passed away. So Al, with the significance of Al being involved with the Griffins, we said, hey man, let's put the 72 on this thing and make it a tribute car to Pee Wee Griffin. So that's what we did.
Very good. So is there anybody you want to put a shout out that helped kind of put this car together?
Well, just Al and Tommy Steyer, Checker Flag Racing, they're the guys.
And what heat are you guys running in today?
We're running in the open wheel modified 50-lap race.
Hope to see you in the feature race.
Yes, Tommy Steyer will be driving it.
So tell us a little bit about Hialeah.
Well, Hialeah was where Al and Tommy used to race for years with the Griffins. And so after Pee Wee died, about a month after he died, the reunion was coming up and the car was almost done. So we got after it, got the car finished, and unveiled it at the Hialeah reunion with all the Pee Wee's daughters and sons there and everybody. And Buddy was there also, his cousin. And they saw the car and everybody went crazy over it. They just, a lot of tears, a lot of emotions. It was very nice. They saw we did the tribute. So
it was an unveiling for the tribute car,
right,
at Hialeah.
Right. It was in Daytona, the Hialeah reunion, and we have not yet run the car. Tonight's the first night because we've tried to run it at some other tracks, and just schedules conflict or the race got canceled or whatever. So tonight, we're going to run it.
Very good. Well, again, this is Dennis Gordon with the Hernando Post.
The love that you started here at the track will be culminated tonight in this wedding. We want to give all honor and glory to God tonight for bringing you two together to this point. Kate, my wife and I couldn't be more proud to have you as a son-in-law. There's only one request that we make. This is a no-return policy. Dearly beloved assembled here in the presence of God and this company of loved ones and friends to join this man and this woman in the bonds of holy matrimony. The Scriptures challenge us with the sacredness of the marriage relationship and sets forth the love of Christ for his church as an example of the deepest devotion. The Master himself shared the joys of the marriage feast in Galilee. And in the 1 Corinthians letter, the great apostle very beautifully guides us in the underlying meaning of love. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful. Love is not arrogant or rude. Love does not insist on its own way. It does not rejoice in wrong, but rejoices in the right. Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things, and love never ends. With that, I'd like you to remember the last part of that. True love never ends. When Jesus was called to the marriage at Canaan of Galilee, he gladly joined the happy couple, and there began the ministry and acts of power. Since that day, the entrance of the Christ into home which bid him welcome has been the occasion of rich blessing, of spiritual strength, and of the increase of joy. Desiring his companionship at the onset of their wedded life, this man and this woman have called us to be witnesses before the Lord of the pledges they are about to make to each other, and to them forth and in their estate by our prayers and Christian greetings. The rite of marriage is one which you now come to be united in the first and oldest rite of mankind. Marriage is a foretaste of paradise, given in the wisdom of God to soothe the troubles and increase the joys of our earthly life. This will do for you if you propose it in your heart to beautify and sweeten it by your tender devotions, your mindfulness to little things, your patience and sacrifice of self to each other, coming in full love to the threshold of the new life together. I commend to you these spiritual ministries as the way of lasting happiness. I'm going to need your both to get in here close to me so everybody can hear me. So there's no way either one of you will be able to back out now. Will you, James, take this woman to be your wedded wife, promising to keep, cherish, and defend her, and to be a faithful and true husband, so long as you both shall live. Will you, Jackie, take this man to be your wedded husband, promising to adhere unalterably to him in all of life's changes, and to be his loving and true wife till death do you part?
We didn't hear you.
I will.
The ring ceremony has long been a symbol of sealing of important contracts. In the early history of man, the king wore a ring upon which he was pressed the seal of the kingdom. With this ring he stamped the treaties of his land, but in more recent generations the ring has been used to seal the marriage contract. The ring teaches us many lessons. The purity of its metal reminds us of the purity of love for each other. And the circle reminds us of the eternity of your love. The circle has neither beginning nor end. James, repeat after me, please. I, James, take thee, Jackie, to be my wedded wife. For richer, for poorer, for in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, until the do us part. Jackie, repeat after me, please. I, Jackie, take thee, James, to be my wedded husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for richer, for poorer, for better, for worse, in sickness and in health, until death do us part. Now, before I ask them to kiss, I'd like them to cross the finish line.
You'll wave the flag?
You may kiss the bride.
But again, what a 2018 season. As unofficially you are the champion, but great job tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much. Appreciate everybody coming out and watching. I felt like I might have had something for him, but the rocker came off again. That's 3 weeks in a row. It's broke.
And how about everybody helps you out with the car? I mean, this has really been a great season for you.
Huh?
Everybody helps you out with the car.
Eric here, he owns it. I just got it for him, but me, Eric, Derek, Gator.
All right, Thomas, great job. Congratulations, buddy. One more time for the Call Service finish line. Here at Citrus County Speedway, catching up with a very busy driver, Richie Smith. Richie going to be in action tonight in the street stocks, also in the oat wheel modified. Richie just coming off the track right now in the oat wheel modified. I know you're going to be doing double duty. First off, how was the modified tonight as you get ready to go for a busy racing night?
The modified seems to be pretty good right now. We broke a motor a couple weeks ago at Showtime. I ran the Eddie Braun with my little Ford motor, and then this week I freshened this motor up and stuck it back in the car, and right now it seems to be pretty good.
Now, how long have you been doing this for a long time? How long have you actually been racing cars here at Citrus County Speedway?
About 18 years, I guess. I started in 2000, and I've ran just about everything here other than a sprint car. And I actually got to sit in one and drive Shane's out here in practice, and it was pretty neat.
And as you step up into the modified, talk about the power in these engines. How powerful are those engines? And talk a little about the horsepower and what you're seeing out of this modified.
That was the biggest thing we changed motors for, is because I came here and tested last week, and we didn't have a lot of horsepower. That motor, that Ford, just don't make a whole lot of horsepower, and I just didn't feel like I had any straightaway speed. So I busted my butt all week and freshened this one up and stuck it back in here.
And again, you talk about the competition. Obviously, we see a decent field here tonight. Robbie Cooper's in the field. You've got some good drivers. How tough is this competition? And does it make you much better when you get out there with guys who compete with you? Your speeds are close, Richie. Talk about the competition.
Oh yeah, we got some of the best drivers that come here. I mean, Cooper, LJ Grimm, Devin McLeod, Josh Todd, Cody Stickler. I mean, they're all younger, and they make it hard. I mean, on us older guys like me and Cooper and a couple of the other ones. But yeah, they're top notch, and they bring their A game every time they come. So we got to bring ours.
In a lot of preparation, people come to the track, Richie. They see these cars on Saturday night. Talk about what goes into it during the week to get these cars ready. And obviously, 2 cars here this weekend. It takes a lot and a lot of people to put this together.
Oh yeah. I got to definitely. My brother and Lee Keller, they both help me out a ton. They're at the shop when I'm at the shop, and they help me on all this stuff. My son steps up and he helps me when he can and stuff. So it's definitely. It's a big toll on me myself, because I want to do the best and be the best, and it's rough sometimes.
It is. Now, how can people follow you on social media? I see you obviously with Facebook. How can they follow you on Facebook?
I really don't have much of it. Just a Richie Smith Facebook page is all I really got. But if they tag in Lee Keller, he'll keep them right on time, because he's the guy about all this, the PR guy. He's the one that takes all the pictures and puts them up. And believe it or not, a lot of people get upset when he don't do it.
Well, all your talking comes on the track, Richie, and I've watched you for many, many years racing. Obviously, a very good short track racer, one of the best and the biggest threats out there. And it is a pleasure to chat with you, and it's very exciting to watch you race. And one of my favorites out here at Citrus County Speedway.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. That means a lot coming from a guy that sees these cars all the time.
I appreciate it. Looking forward tonight. Richie Smith here at Citrus County Speedway.
This is Dennis Gordon, the Hernando Post. We're here in Skybox 7. We're watching the feature race for the Legends cars. These cars are basically motorcycle engines. They go up to 100 some odd miles an hour. Let's take a look at the field at the moment and see how they're all grouping up. your eye on number 42. He's the favorite here in Citrus County Speedway. Let's make sure that we bring it home in Citrus County. Take it away. Probably go one more lap, but listen to the roar. Here we go. Here they come.
GMC models, select from over 300 new vehicles, save thousands on low pricing and affordable payments at your hometown dealer. Family owned and operated, offer incredible personalized service. Check them out online at eagleviewatgmc.com. Give them a call at 877-692-9909. So here's your McCall Service Mini Stock starting lineup. On the pole position will be the 5 of Charles Hurd. Outside row 1, the 22 of Lauren Lanier. Starting third, the 85 of Thomas Pete. Fourth, it'll be the 55 of Clinton Sear. Starting sixth, it'll be the 81 of Eric Sharon. In the 0, it'll be Ray Catterton. Rolling in row number 4 on the inside, it'll be 59 of Don T. Brian Potvin in the number 15 will start 8th. 9th, it'll be Stephen Wyatt in the 4. And starting 10th, it'll be the 14 of Jimmy Donahue. Eagle Buick GMC Pace Truck will bring the field around. Don't forget, next Saturday night we'll close it out for 2018 as we welcome in the Wing Sprints. Call Service Mini Stocks, Pure Stocks, Don's Plumbing Pure Stocks, and your Liberty Tank Service Street Stocks. We'll wrap it up for 2018. So big show next weekend. Want to get there early. Racing will kick off at 6:30 next Saturday night. Get an opportunity to see Shane Butler, I believe brother Keith Butler, father, all in action next weekend here at Citrus County Speedway. Great opportunity to come out and check out the Wing Sprints. So ready to go, 25 laps, McCall Service Mini Stock, Eagle Buick GMC Pace Truck shuts off the safety light. Field ahead into turn number 2. On the pole, Charles Hurd in the 5, Lanier the 22. Ready to go, 25 laps as they'll make their way down the backstretch. And Liberty Tank Service Street Stocks, they're going to roll out for 25. They're coming up next. Brett looking them over down the field into turn number 4. Ready to go racing. Brett going to show them green. We're underway. Field off their way to turn number 1. Good little side-by-side battle early on. Lanier on the high side to 22. Look at this now. Going to go 3 wide as they come midway down the backstretch. Shooting up to the front will be the 85 of Thomas Pete. Pete going to battle now for the lead off of turn 4. A rocket ship for Pete as he'll blow right around Lanier. So Pete quickly picks up 2 spots. He'll go to the top spot. Meantime, here comes the 81. Going to scoot up a couple spots. That'll be Eric Sharon going to go the inside. So they're flocking to the top right now as they work down the front stretch. Pete, your leader. Sharon now second. Lanier running third. It'll be Hurd running fourth. Fifth will be Clinton Sear. There's your top 5. Little battle down the backstretch. Pole center Charles Hurd hung out to dry outside as they'll come into turn number 4. Ray Catterton into 0. Ray going to bring that neon up now as he'll go battle now with Sear in the 55. And Sear in the 55. First-year driver Clinton Sear right now running in the 4 spot. 5th will be Ray Catterton. They'll work their way off of turn number 4. Up front, 2-car battle right now. It'll be Thomas Pete, the 85, Eric Sharon in the 81. As they'll work nose to tail down the backstretch. So early out here in your McCall Service Mini Stock, 5 laps in the books as they'll exit off of turn number 4. And top 2 drivers continue to break away. Got a little battle now going on for that 3rd spot. It'll be Lanier, Ray Catterton, and Sear. All mixing it up midway down the backstretch. Here comes Potvin now, going to make a move. He'll work around Charles Hurd. So Brian Potvin now. Look at this 5-car battle as they work down the front stretch. Nice racing there as they're duking it out for that 3rd spot. Lanier trying to hang on, got Catterton working on Lauren as they head into turn number 4. Be 7 laps complete, this time by a couple. Floral City for the drivers, 1-2. Thomas Pete, your leader. Sharon running second. Now looking to the inside. Here comes Eric Sharon. Sharon goes down to the low side as they exit off at turn number 4. And they'll work their way to the line. Holding on is the 85 right now with Thomas Pete. Good little battle there. Still door-to-door now as they work into turn number 2. Lap traffic will be the 14 Machine of Donahue, who drops a lap down to your leaders. So got a good one up front as they'll work off of turn number 4. They'll hit the line. It'll be lap number 8 in the books this time by. They'll give the lead to Eric Sharon. Pete back to second. We'll see how long that'll last. As the 14 of Donahue watches that battle up front at the entry to turn number 3. Ray Catterton now going to make some noise. Ray going to battle for 3rd. Goes to the inside of Lauren at the exit of turn number 4. Clinton Sear going to stay to the low side. Sear into 55. Going to see if he'll stay with Catterton as they work into turn number 2. Catterton, no problem. They'll scoot past Lanier as they make their way into turn number 3. Meantime, up front, settling a pretty good groove is Eric Sharon. Sharon finally getting a little breathing room now off of turn number 2. See the gap coming off of turn number 2. Give him about 7/10 of a second. For your new leader, Eric Sharon. Eric sitting on fast time here at the halfway point. 16.828 for Eric. So halfway in, 12 in, 13 to go. Sharon, your leader. Pete running second. Catterton third. Clinton Sear running in the 4th spot. 5th, it'll be Potvin. Running in the 6th spot, it'll be Teague. 7th, it'll be Lanier. Hearn running 8th. Wyatt running 9th. Donahue running in the 11th spot. Everybody on the lead lap except for Donahue. Donahue 1 lap down to your leaders. So up front now, settling a pretty good groove. The 81 of Eric Sharon. A couple of Floral City drivers duking it out, 1-2. In the meantime, here comes Ray Catterton. Ray trying to separate himself from Clinton Sear as they come into turn number 1. Sear to 55, trying to bring in Catterton into 0. Pretty well strung out, single file. And giving him plenty of real estate again. Jimmy Donahue watches the leaders come by. We'll hit lap 15 this time by 10 to go for your leader in the 81 of Eric Sharon. So Sharon right now sitting at a 2.2 second advantage. There's Sharon up at turn number 4. Running second is the 85 of Thomas Pete. Catterton running third, and you got Sear and Potvin your top 5. So traffic starting to stretch out. Meantime, in the tail end, got a little thing brewing up now. That'll be the 59 of Don T. Don gonna go to work now with the 15 of Potvin as they work into turn number 3. Don Teague trying to get around the 15 of Potvin. No thing going there. In the meantime, Catterton going to retire the 0. So Ray brings it in the infield trouble for Ray Catterton in the 0. As he parks it in the infield, Teague still going to work on the 15 of Potvin. As we'll hit lap number 18 this time by. So checking out is Eric Sharon right now sitting on a 3.2 second advantage over Thomas Pete. And Pete trying to do all he can. He got a 2nd place going for Thomas Pete. Sear flying solo in 3rd. Then you got a little battle for 4th. Potvin in the 15 as he battles with Don Teague in the 59. And Don had some success earlier on in the heats. But right now trying to work around Potvin. A little different line for those two drivers. You see Potvin a little more center to the track as they work their way off of turn number 4. Teague going to try to run them down. 5 laps to go for your leader in the 81 of Eric Sharon. So Eric will work his way around. He'll get 4 this time by. Cameron, are we going to do any interviews?
Just winter only.
Winter only? All right. So Brett ready to show 2 to go. This time by for your leader, Eric Sharon. The final 2 circuits to go. Next time by for Eric. And with a commanding lead now, he's not concerned what's going on behind him. He's got to worry about lap traffic as they'll work into turns 3 and 4. Sharon, he'll get 2 to go this time by. So Eric Sharon with 2 to go this time by. Sharon with a big lead now, so head into turn number 2. Sharon sitting on a 4.5 second advantage. Eric now going to work around the 4 machine. That'll be Stephen Wyatt. Stephen will go down the lap to your leaders. And we'll get the white flag this time by. 1 to go for Eric Sharon in the 81. Looking to seal the deal here in your McCall Service Mini Stocks. Eric Sharon works into turn number 3. Checker flag going to come out your McCall Service Mini Stock feature winner, Eric Sharon. Yeah, I'm going to go down, interview if you want to go down.
Oh, yeah.